I'm sure you're wondering why this girl has decided to make a video sounding like a frog. But that's because I'm sick and I don't see myself getting over it anytime soon. And it's kind of now or never for me. So, bear with me. So, I wanted to talk about some kind of clay quirks for polymer clay that I've noticed. I don't know if anyone else has noticed them. But they've just been things that I've found out throughout the years. On accident usually, and it's really not fun. So first one is that polymer clay, like I have some around here somewhere. I had some around here somewhere. Polymer clay, polymer clay stuff you get from the craft store and you can bake in your oven, does not just bake in your oven. Yeah, fun story. I have cooked it in, I thought about this, a warming plate I devised to keep my clay warm and malleable that I saw on the internet you could do. Turns out you can't. I actually cooked it in the water. It was supposed to be just keeping it a little warm for me. And I've cooked it in my glove box and on my windowsill before. So, extended direct sunlight will bake it right in the little package. And hot enough day, especially if you live in the desert, in your glove box, will bake it and it will become useless. So keep that in mind if you're doing anything. If you're somewhere too warm, you'll bake your clay. It's awesome. I was really annoyed when I found that I baked like 4 bricks inside their wrapping. So learn from my mistakes. Careful where you keep your clay. Second thing you need to know about clay is polymer clay is technically plastic, or is literally plastic. Polymer clay is plastic, essentially. And for whatever reason, whenever it touches plastic stuff, if you leave it too long, especially on like charge cords, I've done this too. I've also melted one of my paintbrush handles that was plastic. It will fuse to the plastic and break down whatever plastic it is next to, and it'll become all gooey. It will break down and fuse to your plastic stuff. So be careful where you leave it and what's touching it. I have actually ruined a USB charge cord with polymer clay by letting it fuse to it because it just hung out with it for too long. And it wasn't even that long. I don't remember how long it was. So don't leave your raw polymer clay near plastic things because it might melt them. If you overcook your projects, you will burn them, just like cookies, and they will turn brown. And it is really unfortunate if you're using a lighter color. So, be careful about those cook times. When you leave it on a piece of paper, certain clays will actually leach color and oil into your paper. So if you put it on anything important, it's going to leach into it, and you're going to have this weird blotch wherever your project was. So, don't do that. If it is too cold where you are, and the last one that I have noticed, I'm sure there are more, but if you're working in a cold room, which I usually am because I like the cold for whatever reason, and you're not careful, you might crack your project, and then you're going to have to kind of mish it back together and everything. So if clay gets too cold, it becomes hard, and then sometimes your project, like if you have a little arm or something and you move it a little bit, instead of just moving, it might just break, and you'll have to put it back in there and warm it up. A heater is suggested, but don't put your clay too close to it because it might bake it. Thanks for stopping by for my first video on Miss Maker 9000. I hope my frog voice wasn't too much for you. And stop by again later for actual tutorials on stuff, not just a little talkie to get me in the groove. So, I'll see you later. Bye!